What up, everybody? How you doing? It is your boy D Loops, aka Do It All Loops, on this Easter Sunday, and I'm here with my boys.
What up, man? It's Mark Marin. Happy Easter.
And you gonna come over to the microphone? You gonna come over to the microphone?
Artificial AV, what's going on? Happy Easter, y'all.
Yes, y'all. We are the creators of the stew, and we bring to you the B Club Podcast, a place where producers are heard. Once again, it is Easter Sunday. Hopefully, you're kicking back, getting ready for the family to come over. You about to go over and knock out some plates of food yourself, fresh from church. You know, about to put something in the air a little after. Who knows? You know what I mean? Get closer to the utmost. You know what I mean? But everybody's here, man. We got some food in the room.
Yeah,
Shout
man.
out to my lady who came through and chefed up some brunch for us.
Came through with the brunch, fam.
The brunch. Ain't you from the DMV? You're from the DMV, right? A little brunch. The DMV. Brunching. But yeah, man. So we in the studio today, man. We working when everybody else ain't working. Always, man. And we had a very eventful week. But we just want to say what up to everybody out there in producer land, everybody out there that's a beat maker, music lover. What up to y'all? Thank you guys for tuning in. Mark, man, I know you over there grubbing, you getting your nutrients and stuff, but how you feeling, brother?
Feeling good, man. Feeling good. Dope event last night. Shout out to everybody that came out to PAs. Yeah, man. Feeling good, man. I got to work in. That's why I was telling AV, man, I got a workout in this morning, man. So I feel good. I feel energized. I needed it.
Yeah.
You got to break that sweat.
Reps.
Yeah, I'm trying to get right, man.
Oh, you trying to hit him with the
I'm
the
trying
4-pack or the 6?
I'm just trying to live, man. I'm just trying to be able to keep up with my daughter, man. That's it.
Yeah.
You know
That's real. That's real.
A lot of energy.
You need that. We seen a little girl break on her parent the other day. She was ghost. Parent couldn't even catch up, man. You gotta stay fit.
That's it.
That's what's up. So damn, man, what you about tank tops and shirts off and everything in the summer,
I need to get on that level. I just need to have the option. I probably won't flex like that, but it's good to have the option to flex on them.
Well, I mean, if all those fails, there's apps to put like 6-packs. You know that there's apps out there for that shit. Yeah, I'm just saying.
Shit, I can go get the coal sculpting, fam. I can get sculpted now. Shit, there's all type of shit out there now.
I don't even be caring, yo. Skinny and all, still flexing, arms out and everything.
Yeah, bare belly and all, man.
And you know what? 6-packs and stuff is overrated. Ladies like a little something round to rub on.
They do.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why they be trying to feed you.
Exactly. That's what it is. 6-packs is cool.
You be like, baby, I got a gut. And they be like, nah, you okay.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
See? And then see, we getting fed today, Molly. There you go. 6-packs is cool for like the summertime, but once you start getting fed, they don't want that. They be trying to get rid of it.
We got some fruit, though. We balancing it out.
Yeah, we balancing it out. So, wait. Also, before I even get to AV, Maren, what's on our drink list today? I know you said you brought something today. It's Easter Sunday, so I want to know what's in the room.
We brought some that cider, and we're gonna mix it with the Fireball, man. Nice little apple cinnamon.
Now, is that a little homemade thing that you throwing out there? You had it before.
So I got put onto it, man. My barber actually put me onto it the other day, and I was like, "Word." And I tried it, and it was like, yeah, it's the blend, man, and it's pretty potent too. So
can I ask to have my drink made by you? Can you make it exactly how you make it for yourself?
Yeah, I got you, man.
I know you don't play with the L.
I ain't got no problem bartending.
Cool,
we good.
Cool.
Pass that shit.
We all deserve a good drink, man.
Yeah, that's for damn sure. Yeah. Artificial AV, dude. What's going on? How you?
I mean, I got my drink popping already.
Oh, shit.
Your drink look healthy, but I know it's not healthy.
Definitely not.
Oh, okay. That dude got that rum punch or something over there.
Yeah. Bacardi.
Let's go.
Bacardi boy.
I'm all right, man. I mean, the event last night was pretty dope. We had a lot of new faces in the building. So
yeah, man.
That was good to see.
I was definitely happy about that.
Yeah.
And then the beats were all fire, too. So
well, you know what's crazy? Not even to cut you off. It's
ahead.
hard to even wrap our head around. We did 2 events in 1 week. We had the stew last week, and then we also had the B Club event yesterday.
Yeah.
We been grinding.
Yeah.
And that was fun. But go ahead, though. A
definitely
lot of beats. A lot of beats.
But the night was just dope, so I'm still kind of high off of that. And even though I kind of didn't go to sleep as soon as I got home, I'm all right. Yeah. Can't complain, man. The weather's good out here.
Man, we went bowling right after. We got lit. We got lit. I went bowling. I bust that ass. No, I did bust that ass, but she did good. See how this guy is right here on the television? That's me right there. If he hits a strike, though, right here, bow. Yup, all day. And that's how it was. That's how it was.
The spin.
No, sir. Shout out to Violet Music. She held it down. She almost broke 100, but, just had to let her know what it was, man. But, yeah, we did that, and we came home, and I drank some wine and woke up.
Yeah.
Wine is fucking secret.
Yeah, we was watching The Wire. Kind of got trapped into that. You know how that go when you binge watching.
Yeah.
Classic TV.
Oh, absolutely. You got to watch that like every 2 years. Or something like that. Yo, this turkey bacon is delicious.
I know I got to make my plate.
I got to put y'all
Yo.
on to the turkey bacon. I got the...
I need to connect. And I already know all my turkey bacon eating folks out there. I'm with y'all. I don't do the swine on the plate. Marion, you don't do the swine either.
Never.
I don't do the beef either.
Never.
You know what I mean? So just 'cause I don't do the beef don't mean you can't catch a fade, though. I'm just saying. Whoop! What's up?
Message.
Yo, but shout out to everybody right now on the Twitterverse. We got Loose Connections on. We got to talk about them later as well. We got some dope beats.
Very interesting night.
Yo, it was so awesome, man. Matter of fact, yo, shout out to everybody that battled yesterday and everybody that participated yesterday in our B Club Podcast live event at PA's Lounge, man. We had some new favorites, a lot of new faces.
Yeah.
Did you have anybody that you didn't really come across before? He was like, yo, he's pretty dope.
Yeah, I mean, Ollie that came through, he was pretty dope. He had a couple of joints. Also, Feel Good, he had a couple.
That's my guy.
Oh, Sweatshop.
Yeah, Sweatshop.
Ain't shit sweet.
Yeah, ain't shit sweet around
Sweatshop,
here.
yeah. I don't know where he came from, but
Yeah, he say he from Alabama.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He came with some.
He got to pay us for that tag, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. You change your name, we want a percentage, bruh.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, but nah, that was dope.
Nah, he definitely has some heat. Yeah, man, that whole Headshots, those guys, man, the Headshots, man, they came through with all those producers.
Oh, so they're all part of those. They're all part of that unit.
Yeah, like he hit me up like beforehand and was like, "Yo, I'm coming through with like 3 producers." I'm
That's
like,
beautiful.
"Okay." So that was real dope, man. So shout out to Headshots, man. That was a real good look.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And then we also, we had a wonderful stew. Shout out to both of our winners, our first place and second place winner of season 1, episode 1, Kenzo and 16-Bit Spit.
Season 4, episode 1.
Season 4, my
got
fault.
you.
It's cool. The turkey bacon threw me off a little bit. You know what I mean? But nah, shout out to those people that made it to the finals at the end of the year, because Kenzo did his damn thing and 16-Bit Spit did his damn thing. Everybody did their damn thing. But round 2 definitely separated folks, and Kenzo and 16-Bit Spit killed it with Lion King and Under the Sea. But we'll play that another time. You know what I mean? But everybody's doing good. Once again, shout out to Geigo the Network. Shout out to Violet Music for holding us down on the grub. Shout out to Bartender Marin. AV with his Get Right juice real quick. And shout out to all the listeners, man. We about to just get into it. It's just that type of day.
What up, Dimitri? I ain't say what up to you, man. I just walked in, man.
Yeah.
How you, man?
How's that food?
It's all good. I was eating.
That's what's up.
He said it's free. I'm good.
So, yo, you know what? Should we get into it right now? Yo, let's get into it right now. While Mary, you gonna make me that drink, bro? Cause yeah, brother, let's go. So keep it or cut it. So check it out, y'all. What we do every single week on the Beat Club Podcast is we put something out there on beatclubpodcast.com where producers from all over can come through, click a button, and submit as many beats as possible. We go through. We do not listen to the beats at all. We put them in a folder, and we go through them one at a time, try to squeeze in as many as possible, and we give you our 1-2 on feedback, and also if we would keep it or cut it. All tracks that are kept are going to get put on a list at the end of the month called Writer's Block, and that's our way of kind of giving back to the producer community just for saying thank you for submitting and keep on submitting. So we got a bunch of beats today.
I got you.
Now, yeah, we got a bunch of beats today from a couple of new cats, a couple of new folks. Yeah, actually a couple of new cats.
Yeah, this one's definitely new.
Yeah. I tried to switch it up a little bit, but I do. After last night, I need to see some of them cats in that folder too. So if you're listening and you were at our event last night, and you ain't submit something, you kind of slack, and we need those beats, y'all.
Yeah, don't worry. We got all their emails. I'm about to hit them up.
Spam them. But yeah, so I guess we're going to get right into it. We got something by Real Made It, a joint called Lit. That's kind of self-explanatory.
So Liddy.
What was that? It's Real Made It. That's RIOMADEIT. With Lit. Let's take a listen to it right now on the Beat Club Podcast, Easter Sunday.
The Beat Club. The Beat Club. The Beat Club.
We made it with lit. AV, man. Can I toss it to you? What's the word?
I'm gonna keep it. Couldn't really hear it at first, but once I heard what it was and how it was mixed in and the drums, I liked it, so I'm gonna keep it.
Word? Marin. Word. This about to be one of them days, y'all. We a little tired.
Yeah,
We got some
mad
drink
tired.
and some food. Yeah, we
Trying
about
to wake up right now.
Let's go.
All right, I'm gonna cut it.
Yep.
I think my expectations are super high with that song. Come on, that's a classic R&B record. The John B, like, come on, fam. Like, don't listen to make me want to sing. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, that's the classic, like, that's the get you some record right there, man. That's the one you want to, put on if you're trying to impress a young lady. Mm-hmm. That record should work.
Because they don't know.
They don't know. But yeah, I was a little disappointed in the flip. I felt like he could have, just stepped it up a little bit with the flip, and then like when the bass dropped, it was kind of just like off key a little bit, and it kind of like really threw me off. It was just it was just regular. I just wanted to just step it up just a little bit, so I have to cut it.
All right. I'm gonna say that is my jam. That is my jam. And you got look. I don't never play the yellow card, but yellow people don't be winning all the time. You got to do us yellow people right. I'm just saying. So when John B's on a sample flip, you got to give him some justice, man. I'm gonna say it was a dope approach. I love where it could have gone, but then it just sounded like with everything. Once the sample came in and drums, it just sounded like kind of lazy. Kind of was just like, hey, take this part and just throw some dope drums over it. Some trap drums or whatever it is, and just let it ride out. And that was it. I feel like it could have just used a little bit more love, a little bit more attention, but very, very dope foundation to begin with. But that's a cut it on my end as well. So that's John. You don't play with John B. They don't know. That's all I'm saying. So wait, is that a cut it on my end, cut it on Marin, but a keep it from AV?
Yeah.
All right, cool. But he is getting some love online as well. But that's really dope. Please keep sending beats. Don't get discouraged. Yeah.
This is just our opinion for today.
It's just me
Still
and Marin.
dope.
Who cares what we say?
Send some more. Yeah, at the end of the day,
who cares what we
just
say?
An opinion, so.
You know what I mean? Who else we got up next? What's going on next? What we got?
Hold up.
We got something called Flamethrower.
I ain't never seen this name.
That's dope. We drinking Fireball. Got the Flamethrower with Jay the Man 403. That is JayTheman 403. Track called Flamethrower on the Beat Club podcast. Let's take a listen now.
The Beat Club. The Beat Club. The Beat Club. The Beat Club.
So that was Flamethrower by Jay the Man 403. Marin, what's the word, man? I seen the bacon in your house. Like, he's not even done with that bacon. Let me throw it over to Marin.
And Marin's not doing any better over here.
You got about 6-7 chews left, bro.
Yeah, that cornbread.
Yeah.
Mean right there.
Oh, I didn't even try that. I gotta try
Yeah,
it.
you got it. Yeah. That beat was dope, man. I would keep it. Just real dope, mellow vibe, good melody that worked. Like it's just one of those endless type vibes, you know, the chords going back and forth, but it just works, man. It sounded real. Just had like, you know, an illustrious sound to it. Like it was just, yeah. You know, you just felt like something. Like, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to throw on a fresh linen shirt or something. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it just had that feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like luxury feeling to it. Sounded plush.
You just stepped on the yacht.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, you know,
Man,
puffing
they
on a
stepped in the
Cohiba.
damn-
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? With a nice
that's like every
shot of
music video
scotch.
I want to be in.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
every music video I want to be in. Yachts
Straight
and
up.
Cohibas?
Yeah, I'm with it. So I'll keep that, man.
That's
What's
the
the
next-
producer's name again?
Jay the Man.
Okay.
The track was the track title was a little misleading to me. Can I
Yeah.
jump in on this one?
Yeah, go ahead.
I heard Flamethrower. I felt like I was in like a Sonic Underground, like underwater city. You know, the underwater level?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it fit there. But yeah, so the track title a little misleading. However, the beat was dope. Good vibe, good feeling. Not much really bad to say about it. It was just kind of cool to hear something different for today. So, and I've been listening to beats for the whole week. So thank you for submitting that. So I'm gonna say keep it.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it off the rip too. Very dope, chill vibe. Something I could like work to, not work out to, but work to. Like, you know, while I'm editing photos or something. Man, that was a perfect vibe for me.
Yeah.
Y'all pretty much said the rest. So keep it.
Yeah, and even the people online are talking about it's dope. It sounds like some Kendrick or J. Cole type stuff. So it can definitely happen.
Yeah.
So we can make that work. Also, to all those people listening in that's wondering where I'm pulling these comments from, every time that we do the B Club podcast, we're usually on Twitter talking to our dedicated listeners, our funny and comical listeners. And the one thing about our listeners is we keep it blunt. There's no yes men, and we tag our producers and let them know exactly how it feels and how we feel about their beats. So come be a part of that community. It's B Club Podcast, everything Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And right now we're on Twitter. So holla at us. But that was dope. That was 3 keep it's across the board, right?
Yep.
Dope. So thank you for submitting. That was the first time we've seen that name. Keep on submitting beats. I'm not sure if you have a bunch of beats in our folder just yet, but if you don't, catch up. That's Jay the Man 403 with Flamethrower. That's to keep it from the B Club Podcast. As we move on, we got something called Skrill Beats. Joint called Walking, but no I in it. So it's just walking. So we're going to listen to it right now on the B Club Podcast. Let's go.
The Beat Club. The Beat Club. The Beat Club. The Beat Club. The Beat Club.
Walking by Skrill Beats. That's SKRILLBEATS. I mean, look who's chewing. Avy, you good, right? Avy was ready. He's like, I ain't biting shit. Go ahead. Avy, what's the word?
Good beat, but too typical. Straight up, like it's not too bad, not too good, so I'm gonna have to cut it.
Yo, I must say, ever since yesterday, I love this edge you have. You just been cutting shit. I love that shit.
Nah, sometimes you just gotta listen differently.
Yeah, but that's good.
Know what I mean,
That's good.
like there's nothing bad about it. It just wasn't a hit. It wasn't one of those like okay,
Yeah.
but I could bump to it. That's
Yeah.
about it. So
Yeah.
I gotta cut it, man.
All right, cool. So that was a cut it from Artificial Avy for the joint walking. Motivate Marin, what's the word?
I'm gonna keep this one.
What the?
Nah, like
Yo, Marin, you're so fucking
I
unpredictable.
don't know this dude no more.
I can't wait to hear your album. I have no idea what beats are gonna be.
nah.
on
I
that
mean,
joint.
nah. I wouldn't rap to it. The only
Oh, okay.
the only reason I'm gonna keep it is just because it reminded me, like it gave me a certain vibe. Like it reminded me of like some early Jeezy.
Sound like Bone Crusher.
You know, like yeah. I mean, somewhat. I mean, it had those elements, but it really reminded me of like early Jeezy, like
It did.
that, like the early Jeezy. You know, when Boys in the Hood was still around, like when he just was about to transition. So you know, it kind of just brought me to a place. It, you know, it had like. It was basic, but the right artist like would still kill that. Like Yo Gotti or somebody would sound dope on that. Or, like I don't know, it just had a certain vibe to it. It was plain, but it was something that I could work with on some real like trap, real street, like a real artist, like a somebody you know that's thorough. You know what I'm saying? Like it just had a certain vibe to it. So I'm gonna just roll with it. I would keep it today.
I hear you.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I
I
would
hear
definitely. I be in that zone sometimes, you know what I mean? I be wanting to be a trap god sometimes.
Yeah. I do that every time I make cake. Every time I make cake, I don't care if it's
Measuring
vanilla,
up that
pineapple,
baking
hell
soda, you
yeah.
Yo,
Stop playing.
whipping them pancakes. Yeah,
What?
I'll be
Yep.
like,
Whip. Word. Don't talk shit about my product either. You better eat that shit and love it. Hey, Dimitri, can you turn it back up just a little bit? I gotta take a listen to this one more time.
just try to hear the Jeezy ad-libs.
Nah, I could definitely hear the Jeezy on it and everything. I'm a little indifferent about it. I'm 50-50. I think everything was knocking. You know what? If I gotta feel, you know
That
what?
means you gonna cut it.
Nah, that's not true. Cause you know what, Marin, we can't gauge you, bro. So I don't know. I kind of feel like the joint was knocking. The sounds were there. It was cool. There was something that came in a little later in the beat. I wish it came in a little earlier, but we don't know necessarily how they set it up. They might have set it up for a rapper or something or whatever. But you know what? I kind of like this. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna keep it. And just because Marin thought I was gonna cut it. No, sir. I was actually gonna keep it anyways. It was kind of like on this stuff to work on, but for the most part, the sound is there. And one of the things is, after listening to like Avy and then listening to you, my feedback at times changes because I was sitting there like, damn, they did bring up a good point.
Yeah, that's why we gotta switch it up.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So cool.
It's all perspective, how you're listening. You know?
Do you want to add something? Do you want to add something to the microphone? Can we put on a microphone because she's not gonna whisper it?
What I was gonna say was, it wasn't like a trap beat category, but it had a different like sound to it. It wasn't like a typical trap beat using the same instruments, having the same beat pattern, where you can just like hear, like you can hear everybody else and their mama on it. Like you guys could specifically zone in and say, you know what, this sounds like Jeezy could be on this, or this sounds like that. That was like a trap beat with some personality. So if D wasn't gonna keep it, I was.
Yeah, he didn't overkill the hi-hats like most do. So that's what
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta go with the feeling. That's all.
Yeah.
You just gotta change the name of it though. It shouldn't be walking, it should be stomping.
Yeah.
Still leave the eye out though.
Nah, I think it still fit.
Yeah, it could be walking.
It almost felt like dudes had AKs on them and all types of guns, and they was ready for war. Like they coming through like this.
Well, what you doing now? You stomping.
But why they walk?
little
Why
bit,
they
a little
why they
bit. I'm just
walking
doing
though?
that just because.
Why they got AKs and guns, but they walking though?
They stomping.
They stomping.
You know how them war films are. And
Okay.
like think
All
about
right.
like 300.
Yeah.
All right.
300.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Call that 300. There you go.
There you go.
Stomping and walking.
Stomping and walking 300.
Hey man, big up to Akrobatik too. I mean, I missed it earlier, man. He's that's our guest today. We're gonna talk to him later, but he's listening. So I think he cut the John B joint earlier.
I feel you, Akro. You feel me, right?
Yeah, I think he cut it.
Come
He was like, yeah, man, the sample too recognizable to be weak.
I think
you know what I'm saying?
you're just too tied to that time.
Nah, man, nah.
Shout out
it's not just
Akrobatik,
that.
man.
It's not just that.
Sometimes
Thanks
it
for
be that
tuning
though,
in, brother.
You know what? You're absolutely right.
not
Sometimes
to
you be
call
tied to the
us-
times. No, it's cool.
Not to call us old heads, but sometimes we be too
old
tied to our times.
Yeah,
when
but
we
look,
here-
but you know what though? You'll have Tory Lanez does it all the time, and usually when he does it, 80% of his flips I dig. Whoever the producer is on the track, 80% of the flips I dig because they do it justice, and then he does it justice. So you might be right when it comes to like the times you're like, oh, that's my joint. Then they flip him like,
Nah, I know.
like
I'm
even
like
last
that.
night with Sweatshop.
Sweatshop, yep.
He played This Is How We Do It
Yeah, that was
gotta
the worst
flip that
one
way.
though. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the worst one.
From him, yeah.
from him.
Yeah. I mean, but he did. He flipped Eye of the Tiger,
Yeah. That's a
bugging my-
which is kind of easy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like in a way, but like,
you can go cheesy,
Yeah.
or you can go really good or really bad.
yeah.
There's
So
only
yeah,
three lanes.
he did it justice. You know what I mean?
He's still fire though.
Yeah.
Absolutely. See, the 300 meme is already up. I mean, the GIF is already up.
I've been slacking on the Twitter.
Yo,
See, yep.
already. You know what? Before we get to the next one, can we just give a quick shout out one more time, man, to the people that battled yesterday? I just
Yeah,
gotta say
man.
it. People
Everybody,
that battled,
man.
Yo,
You said after last
D
night.
Sharp, D Sharp, representing Loose Connection, and then Melks and Eddie Raynham that came through representing the Suicide Squad. I think that was a phenomenally even battle. Like,
Yeah.
that battle was
It was a
perfect.
tough call.
I agree.
It was a tough call, but towards the end though, Loose Connection.
Oh, he was
kinda,
digging.
Yeah, like
He
toward
was-
like
he
the
was
last
digging.
couple beats he played, it was kind of like like he started
drums
rubbing it in
came
a little
out.
bit. Yeah,
The drums came out and then
yeah.
mad drums.
So
You know what I mean?
slight edge, but that was good, man.
was-
Still sharp and still, man.
I like watching good battles.
Yep.
Like real good battles, and I'm happy that one happened. And then also
Abstract.
Yo, the last beat Abstract Minor whipped out. My God.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, you like, oh, okay.
That's how you do it.
Oh, we close it?
She,
All right.
she closed it out right, and that's really what separated them in that battle. Like it was
Yeah.
like literally the finish line. Like it was just
That's all it
she
was, and
stretched. She just stretched
she
the
did
arm
that.
out real quick,
Yep.
like and just took the W. And I would have to clearly give that to her just because of that last.
That
beat.
last beat
Yeah.
was
Just her whole aura when she's up there, like
Yep.
you know she knows she's confident.
Yeah.
and she's beasting
yeah.
up there.
But it was honestly, both of those battles were really, really even. And then those little moments that separated the two, they were pretty strong moments.
Yep.
And that last beat by Abstract Minor was like, ooh. I even had people like, yo, who was that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was dope. But shout out to Kenzo as well. Because I love his sound. I love, honestly, everybody's sound. I think we need to continue handpicking these battles, man, because that
Yeah.
worked out.
Yeah, I mean, it gives us a chance to kind of, flex that muscle real quick. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like sometimes these matchups aren't going to happen at the stew.
Very true.
So
Very true.
Let's get it
So
done,
we make
man.
that work. But yo, shout out to all the participants and everybody that came through the building that day.
hey, everybody on Twitter, who y'all want to see battle next? Because I actually pretty much have the next date worked out for the next
Hey.
podcast event.
Yo, Marin's on it.
So
It's my guy.
who y'all want to see? Twitter, who y'all want to see?
Let us know.
Real talk.
Facebook, who
Can I
y'all
tell you who I
wanna
want to
see?
see? Can I tell you? I'll
ahead.
tell you who I really want to see.
Nah, go ahead.
I want to see Mark Maron versus Vinyl Villain.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's what I would like to see.
Very careful doing that.
Let's get it.
Be very careful.
Nah, I already talked to Vinyl, said he was up for it, but we was
Vinyl's
like,
down for anything.
No, it's open season now. Y'all just put all yourselves
oh, not. But
Nah.
Maron's the most active. We cool.
That's fun.
He actually making beats. Like,
Yeah,
finishing
I made it.
beats.
You. I made some beats. She already copped my beats.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I made 2 the other day while I was getting my feet done. I actually got my feet done. She took
Nice.
to my beats. But yeah, so you would be down with it, Maron?
I would be down with that.
Yo, tag, yo, if you're on
it's
Twitter
the
right now,
culture.
tag Vinyl Villain and see if he's up to battle Mr. Motivate Maron.
I'm with it. That's just a
That's-
reason to woo.
Yeah, I think that's
man.
dope. I think that's super dope. Vinyl Villain, see
Yeah.
if you take that challenge. I love that we put it on the air.
Yeah, I'll go in my sample bag for Vinyl
Yeah.
Villain because I know Vinyl Villain, as the name says, he definitely likes to dig.
Let's make that happen.
Let's
but
go.
I don't know. Twitterverse, man. Let us know who you would like to see at our next battle and make that happen.
Who that?
That's the real reason we
Yeah.
do Beat Club podcast events, so we can hop in these joints.
Plug.
You know what I'm saying? So we can hop in. What's good?
All
I
day.
like that. I like that.
That's a good matchup, right?
I think that's good.
Cool. We're
bag,
gonna work
man.
on some more. So, we're gonna get it back over to Keep It a Cut It as well. But Vinyl Villain, holla at us if you know Vinyl Villain. You know Vinyl Villain, tap him on the shoulder like, yo, Marin wants to battle you, and make that happen. Do we gonna put that date out there just yet? Or we just gonna wait?
Nah, I'm gonna wait. We're gonna wait. Next week we'll put it out.
All right, cool.
Next
cool.
week we'll put it out.
So check it out, y'all. We got another beat submitted by Mario Shelton. Joint is called Live. So we're gonna listen to it right now on the Beat Club podcast. Keep it a cut it. Let's go.
Stay away from me.
The Beat Club. The Beat Club. The Beat Club. The Beat Club.
All right, y'all. So that was Mario Shelton with Live. We're gonna go to Artificial AV right now. AV, what was your word on that one? I don't know if you're gonna keep it or cut it. What's up?
I'm on the fence right now.
Do you need to hear it a little bit more again? Do we need to bring it back?
Yeah. Can we
Bring it back one
just a
more
little
again, Dimitri?
bit? Just a little bit. I think I'm gonna keep that one. I like the vibe on it, and like you just said, it actually did kind of remind me of like a reggae joint, like Shatas or
Yeah.
like
Win!
it had that
That's the only part I
vibe
can
to it.
do.
And you know, I'm Jamaican, so
Take the wa and left the wa.
That's it.
so it was definitely hitting home. Everything sounded mixed pretty well. Drums were knocking. The melody wasn't annoying, so I'm gonna keep that one. I'm definitely keep that.
That's what happened. Every time I let you guys go first, you guys warp my feedback because now you made a good point. Damn. Go ahead, Mary. Good point.
What's going on?
I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna cut it. I think my first instinct is gonna make I would say cut it. It's cool though. It had a certain vibe to it though that I appreciated. Yeah, it definitely did have like kind of a little dancehall influence type of vibe to it. But I don't know. Just wasn't for me. But it was all right. It did sound like I could hear like a Miami artist on it. Like it reminded me like Ross. Like I could hear, that would be one of Ross's records in that lane. You know what I'm saying? Like I did kind of hear that, but it just wasn't for me today. So I don't know. My instincts say cut it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I would say it was cool. I do want to applaud what he was trying to do with the actual the sample, or I don't know if he played that out. It sounded like a sample, but he was really trying to cut it up and do different things to it to make it interesting. Well, a lot of people would take that time and really invest it in their drums, and let the instrumentation or the sample, whatever, just kind of be the same. He was really trying to do what he needed to do on that, and I appreciate that.
Yep.
Overall, the beat was it was cool. Avi, when you said the dancehall thing, it made perfect sense. If it was a dancehall thing and I listened to it like that, I'm like, all right, cool. But everywhere else, it just didn't fit for me. But damn, man, you switched it up. I was gonna tell him what it was and shit, but now I'm like, damn, now I want to hear this joint. What? in the islands and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, put one of them artists on it.
Put one of them artists
sound
on it?
way different. I can hear it. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what though?
To mind.
Here's the deal though. But until they get an artist on, I'm gonna cut it.
That's raw.
Yeah, but it needs an artist. That's what
raw,
it is.
that's
Like
raw.
the beat is cool, but it with the right artist on it, that joint could be a hit. Like that joint could be dope. Like it could work. But right now, because there's no artist on it, that's a cut it from me. Marin, that was a cut it from you?
Yeah, Acro hit me too, saying cut it.
Yeah, Acro with the digital cut it.
I'm standing alone out here.
Yeah, man. I don't know what you drinking over there. You drinking some Alone juice? We on this
Bacardi,
Fireball.
whatever Mark mixed in this other joint.
Yeah, yeah.
I got it all
He
mixed up.
He's mixing that Keep It juice. That's what that is.
I got it. I got it all mixed
The
up.
Keep It juice, man. But thank you so much for submitting. Keep on submitting, Mario Shelton. I really appreciate it. You guys in these titles, man. You guys got to give me
Yeah, y'all
flame
be
throw dance like a
confusing us.
flame. Walking sound like stomping, and live sound like chilling. I don't know. But it's cool. You know how producers be. We're gonna go over to the next producer called Damn. Yeah. I'm gonna need one of my island bros to kind of like hop on this one. And what's that person's name? I got the last name.
Yo.
Dan Juan. I didn't mean to say it like that. It just came out. Dan Juan.
We gonna call him D Johnson.
D John, but his IG name
We
is
gonna call him D
DANJWAN_ Johnson. So you let me know how you spell that. Dan Juan.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
All right. I'm not supposed to say it like
That's
Dan Juan.
DJ. Screw that.
Yeah,
It's DJ.
DJ Johnson. with with Homeland. We're gonna take a listen right now on the Beat Club podcast. Let's go.
The Beat Club. The Beat Club. The Beat Club.
We're gonna toss that to Marin out the gate because he already has it
That
down.
off, brother.
Marin, say everything we want to say. Go ahead.
Nah, man. I'ma just keep it. I just like it. You know what I
Why
mean?
so? But you was saying to tell us why. Like you picked it up. You knew it before all of us knew.
I mean, you could just hear like, just the melody there. Like you just kind of knew where it was gonna go and that it was gonna build up and those keys were gonna come in. I was just expecting it to happen, and it just sounds like a dope ballad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like something that a real dope song. You know what I'm saying? You need a real strong songwriter for that to make a powerful record, man. Because it was dope, man. I just like it. I just like that vibe.
Took all my words.
Yeah.
Damn.
Avi, what's the word? So wait. That was a keep it out the gate.
I keep that.
Damn, all right.
Nah, I'm gonna keep it too, but I feel like the melody could have switched a little bit. I don't necessarily like things jumping from major to minor, like you said, but that did kind of work, so that's why I'm gonna keep it. Not much
Is that-
feedback. Yeah, ain't much
Yeah.
feedback on that one. It's-
Me, I'm not. I've never been classically trained, nor do I know how to play a minor chord or a major chord or anything like that. If it sounds good, it just works for me, and that worked for me. It was. I didn't know it was coming, but it made sense. And once it came in, like those chords and everything, it just made it all work out. So that's a keep it from me as well. I thought it was real smooth.
yeah.
What they say?
I
We got someone on Facebook.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Keith. It sounds like music, Soul
Yeah.
Child. I can hear
Sound
that.
like music, soul child kind of vibe. Yeah, I rock with music.
That's exactly what that is. Just like I said, real good songwriting.
Yeah.
Jill
Yo, hold on,
Scott,
wait. Turn that back
whoever.
so Merrick can see his back is to the crowd.
Oh, hold up.
He ain't worried about shit.
Yeah, he ain't worried.
Yo, but you see Marin's ironing job though, right? It's flawless.
Oh
Super
man,
crease.
we gotta
Polo.
Got to keep the seersucker. You know,
You know what I'm saying?
It's Easter Sunday.
It's
It's only
Easter
right.
Sunday.
You got your Easter egg colors on.
Yeah, you
But,
see, you know.
but nah, that was smooth, and I like that, and I like that people are sending beats that don't necessarily always have to, knock you over the head and make you feel like you got a son, sell a dope, like a bunch of dope. I said son, didn't I? Yeah, I do have a son. Like I'm gonna run away from home and shit with that on my iPod. But yeah, yo, Abe, you got some leftovers right here, bro.
Look.
There you go. All right, cool. So
How
that
you know
was
it's
3
good?
keep it.
Yeah, I think that's 3 keep it.
Yeah, that's
across
three.
the board.
Bet. So
Oh, Act said to keep that too.
all right, cool. And for everybody that's listening, Akrobatik will be probably coming in as far as the interview wise, the second portion of the show. So we're just gonna get through Keep It or Cut It and some more drinks and some more food, before we talk to this man right here. We got another submission from Sideswipe Davy.
He was on last week, right?
Yeah, he was on last week. That's Sideswipe, exactly how you expect it to be spelled, _DAVEY. Joint's called Form Factor, I believe. We're going to take a listen to it right now on the B Club podcast. Let's go.
The Beat Club. The Beat Club. The Beat Club.
Yeah, I drink anything.
I'm just saying, like licorice, like the taste of licorice. Do you like?
I don't.
It's cool, dark, white, close. It doesn't matter. It's just cool. It's Sunday. And what?
Uh-oh.
Take it right.
Came through with a gang attack.
Right. Hey. So check it out, y'all. So that was Form Factor from Sideswipe Davy. Motivate Marin, what's the word? What you thinking?
My instinct says cut it, man.
Yep.
It definitely, like I was saying, it kind of like gave me like a RZA-ish vibe, but it you just didn't execute the RZA sound like for real, like drum break sounds, like just random samples, like kind of just meshing random samples in there. It worked a little bit, but it just still wasn't knocking. You know what I mean? Like it just wasn't dope for me, but you did make these different samples work together a little bit, but you just didn't execute the sound for me, man. So I'll just have to cut it this time, man. But good try though, definitely good try. It was cool.
This dude stay word hogging. But nah, I completely agree. The melody even in your last beat was kind of off for me. And I know sometimes things don't always have to be on key for them to work, but I feel like in your beats they do for them to be dope. Because everything else worked for me, like drums, the arrangement, everything else was cool. But yeah, I'm gonna have to cut it for that reason.
So I'm gonna say this to you, and I feel as though it might fit. It sounds like you just started, or that you're just trying to figure out how to get everything to come together. The beat for me out the gate would be a cut it. However, the type of music this person is producing now can certainly be put on like television shows. Like we just got through watching something on Netflix, 13 Reasons Why.
Yep.
This could so go on it. You know what I mean? It's just the type of mood it is. Sometimes things being off key or detuned or just not sounding all together. There's a place for it. This right here doesn't necessarily have a place for like an artist or whatever to spit on it, but there is a chance that it can go elsewhere.
It could. Like I can hear the artist. Like I
could.
said, it's definitely real. Like it definitely reminds me of RZA. Matter of fact, Act said if only Sideswipe had the sound quality. Dang, shit sound like it's ready for Ghostface though. Cut it. So it sums up exactly kind of what I was thinking. It's just like it's almost there, but it's you just didn't execute the sound completely, man.
But you have some things working there for you. Like for example, I was saying the sound quality of the drums, the stuff that you have already. Not saying I like the pattern or the sequence that you put them in. However, the sound of them, and also the instrumental sample that you have, they're talking. They're just speaking different languages. You got to make them kind of work together and get on the same page. You know what I mean? But you have some things there that can definitely be appreciated. But right now, for me, it's going to be a cut it. But keep on submitting, and thank you for submitting. So, Marin, that was a cut it from you?
Yeah.
Artificial Avi, that was a cut it from you?
Cut it.
And that was a cut it from me as well. For Sideswipe Davey, thank you so much for submitting. And keep on submitting at the Beat Club Podcast, y'all. We got something from Governments, David Brown.
Okay.
I mean, that's a pretty generic government, so that could be anybody.
Yeah, exactly.
That's probably their producer name.
Sound like the homie from Team 220. Ain't that his name? No,
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Forget homie's name.
Yeah.
Right?
You know 220s?
Yeah. Right?
All right, my fault. My fault.
But
I don't even got
it's too
220s.
generic to know.
Yeah, I bet. So we got David Brown. He submitted something called The Problem. So we're going to listen to it right now on the Beat Club Podcast. Remember, Beat Club Podcast, everything. Keep it or cut it. Let's go.
Beats.
The Beat Club. The Beat Club. The Beat Club. The Beat Club.
Is that Manny Beat Shy?
Yo,
bro.
chill. This liquor's not helping right now either. You gotta chill, fam.
Oh, yo, Manny
I'm
Beat
going
Shy on
first,
Twitter. There was at least one person that felt like that in this piece, man.
Damn.
We're gonna keep it rocking. Yo,
I feel like
can I ask a question? Yo, Dimitri, can we crack a window? Is that window cool? Because we're burning up in here right now. I think it's the liquor.
It's the
You know what I
liquor.
mean? He's like, look at them sweating right now. We sweating.
my chest.
I mean, it is like 80 degrees in Boston today, though.
Yeah, but my fault, though.
yo.
Thank you. Go ahead. Though.
That joint. Nah, I'm gonna try to cut it a little bit, but yo, listen.
I love Twitter now.
That
That's the only
joint
reason why I
could have
love
been.
Twitter.
That joint could have been like phenomenal, but the drums were weak, like real weak. And then that I think it was a lead that came in after that loud sound dropped out. That was way too generic, so I'm gonna have to cut it for that reason.
Yeah, I'm gonna piggyback that joint.
Yeah.
That lead there, it sounded incredibly stock. There was nothing put on it. And if there was something put on it, you got to go back, remove it, and put something else on it. It didn't mesh with the track at all. When you hear those types of instruments start the track, you're like, oh, this person got drums or something on deck, because you need something to really balance out that heavy sound. Like if you're gonna tear the club up, let's tear the club up. Let's not just go flip a chair.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, let's not flip a chair and walk outside to a car and feel like we tore the club up. It's not that type of ordeal. And I feel like that's what the beat was. I got amp, and then I just flipped the chair on the way out. You know what I mean?
Pretty
Like,
much.
yeah, and everybody else was in the club looking at me right now, like Manny Beat Shy's gif right now on Twitter. So, yeah, but you had things there. You just really got to get into the EQ, and you really got to make all those things talk and really work together. They sound way too separated, and they need to be brought together and made it to a solid track. And you really got to start with them drums. So that's a cut it on my end. Marin?
I'm just gonna cut it. And that's it.
This dude ain't never
Bet.
got nothing to say.
That.
Yeah, just
That's
gotta
it.
cut it. Sometimes you just gotta cut it.
Yo, and I just took my first shot ever of Jaeger. Thank
Yeah.
you. Ever. Got my first shot ever of Jaeger. I've never had Jägermeister. Thank you.
Slow clap, nigga.
This shit don't make. That's not too comforting when someone like slow claps your foot.
You know what Jaeger's good with is and I'm big on root beer. I don't know, like I love root beer.
Oh, I was gonna say something else.
Yeah, so if you
was like
mix
sex.
if you mix Jaeger with root beer,
Jaeger and sex go great together. Okay. But go ahead. What else?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Jaeger with root beer or cream soda or something
Word?
like that. Yeah.
Licorice and.
Yeah,
Really?
think about it.
Nah.
Root beer is licorice, pretty much. It's like the
For real?
same type of flavor. Yeah,
Oh my gosh. I never knew that.
Root beer's better though.
yeah. Root
You
beer's
guys all knew
sweeter.
that root beer was like licorice?
I didn't know that. But I'm saying root beer's better though.
Yeah, in the taste department.
Yeah, they taste real
Yeah,
similar.
Maybe mix it with that not your father's root beer.
Yeah,
There you go. They actually got the Not Your Father's ginger ale too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not as good as the root beer though.
I had the
Yeah, but if
vanilla one.
you gotta mix some, you gotta
Yeah.
throw some whiskey in there. That's what you
Whiskey
gotta do.
makes everything better.
Yeah, whiskey does.
I had
It
the
makes
vanilla
everything
one and
better.
almost threw up.
It's like
Vanilla was gross.
tussin.
Stick to the root beer.
Yeah, man. This is
So-
the Alcohol Club podcast.
Easter Sunday.
Yeah, we discuss all fine spirits.
over beats. You know what I mean? So we're gonna move on, man. So just to get it right, that was David Brown. That was all cut it.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, that was all cut.
Ah,
Man,
so
unanimous.
Accent the simple cut it as well. Too,
Cool,
man. Shout
cool.
out Akrobatik, man. He's gonna be.
He sent it
calling
all
in soon.
lowercase letters. And
Yeah,
shit.
it was in all lowercase. Like,
No
just cut
caps.
it. Yeah,
All
just
right,
cut it,
damn,
man.
that's cool.
Just cut it.
All right, so we got something. I think this is correct, but it's at Rhythm J, and that's just a regular J.
Recognize.
Joint called Recognize. We're gonna listen to it right now on the B Club podcast. Keep it, cut it, let go.
It's only time, 'cause you'll never be so cool.
The Beat Club. The Beat Club. The Beat Club.
Time, 'cause you'll never be so
You need someone like that on it. So wait, so that was a submission by. It was called Recognize by Rhythm J. I'm gonna jump on it first so that they won't say all my words and
go ahead.
sway my thought. I felt as though it was cool. It just sounded like there was too many cool or okay ideas put into one beat. So it's like once you started finding a groove or trying to catch it, it kind of took you somewhere else, and then it took you somewhere else. That's cool and all, but right now I gotta kind of catch the groove, and I wasn't allowed to really do that. But there's a lot of good ideas in there. Sometimes you might just want to take it and say, hey, you know what, I'm gonna make this one beat one, and I'm gonna take it, the sample or whatever I'm doing, and make a separate beat out of it, and just flip it a couple of times. You don't have to put it all into one beat. But like everybody else said here, the right artist on it might be able to do something with it. So, but for me, that's a cut it. I'm gonna pass it to Marina.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut it as well, man. It was close. It was close, but it was something throwing me off, man. It was just something throwing me off about it. I like the sloppy drum approach. That was hitting. That was a part that was good about it to me. But I don't know, man. There was something. There was just, I can't really pinpoint exactly like what it was that was throwing me off. But there was just something about it that was throwing me off. Like it needed something extra. I feel like it needed something. There was like something missing to tie it all together. And then when all these samples started coming in, it got a little confusing at one point. So I don't know. I just have to cut it right now. I'll
Yeah.
cut it.
I disagree with both of y'all.
That's cool.
I don't know what the hell y'all hearing. Maybe no more shots of that Jaeger.
Nah, we closer to the speaker, bro.
Nah, fam. Yo, all right, so think about this, yo. Let Snoop Dogg get on that joint. Tell me that's not a hit.
Hey, yo.
It's not, because they didn't execute it, man. Like
You
I
bugging.
talk
You
about it
bugging.
all the time. Like
Nah.
see, like that. I know where you're going with it, because that's the type of beat that like Jelly Roll or what's my guy, like or Battle Cat, like, you know, like Jelly Roll or Battle Cat would make like that. The drums would have that kind of that sloppiness to it, that funk to it. But the music and the composition would be like 10 times better. So that's what was throwing it off to me. It was like the music around it. Like it was like he was trying to go for that sound, but it just didn't. It wasn't knocking. Like it didn't have that real knock to it. Cause yeah, I feel you. The pattern is something that Snoop would rock to.
Snoop couldn't save that track.
But Jelly Roll or
Yes, he could.
or Battle Cat would have made a dope
crazy?
beat musically.
Think so?
I don't know.
Snoop Dogg and come on.
Snoop
I
Dogg
know
and
what you're thinking. I know what
Yeah,
you're thinking.
I'ma have-
but like I said, it would be Battle Cat or Jelly Roll on the beat with those type of drums, and the music would have been 20 times better. It would have been infectious. Like you would have been like, you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
don't know. They just
And
didn't.
It's cool. We got people
execute that part of it.
disagreeing with us online
Whatever.
and everything.
Anyway,
Loose connection disagreeing. I
anyway.
understand.
Anyway, thank you, Miss
Look,
Violet.
it says y'all keep all the okay stuff and cut original shit, but you know what? It's cool.
It's all opinions.
It's
so
all opinion, but I honestly, a lot of the original shit ain't really cutting it today, so that's why I got cut.
That's it.
That's it. We keep it real
it.
as far as if
It's
it's
all
hitting or
tape.
not. Yeah, it's just getting cut. So I appreciate everybody's effort, but a whack beat is a whack beat. No, I didn't say that beat was whack, but the people
he
that be
didn't say that.
commenting, the
Something-
people that
he
comment
said
and
something
word,
was missing.
yeah, so right there, that beat alone, if you kept one idea, that was cool. 2 ideas, but there was a lot going on. There was a lot of cool ideas that could make it sound dope, but way too many in one beat.
I agree with AV. I feel
It's
like
cool.
You get the right artist on that, and that song, that beat could be a hit.
Yo, the very first 8
Nah, it
to
was a little-
whatever bars was dope, and then he switched it, and then he switched it.
Yeah, it was a
So
little-
that's it. Like we were rocking, but then he lost us. It's okay. It's cool. I don't mind disagreeing with y'all too.
That's it.
We
That's,
keep
that's,
it-
that's what makes this podcast
Yeah.
That's the
great. Because none of us, we all got different tastes and we all go into different zones. So that's why I love it, man. It's always good debate.
Yeah.
It'd be whack if we all had to just
Yeah, that'd be
all
stupid.
like the same beat.
Yo, and the best thing about it is we'll sit here and we'll debate amongst ourselves, and then our folks on Twitter will also let them know. So it's like for all the producers that are like, yo, I don't know if I'm gonna enter the B Club podcast. We got people, our listeners, talking about this producer right now. And we do that with all the producers. So the type of love and the feedback you get is anti-yes man and it's straight to the punch.
And AV in here talking about us on the drink. It's him on the drink.
You know what it is?
It's him on the drink.
him on
And
the
you know
drink
what's gonna
in the
happen?
shades, in the shades.
On the playback, on the
Nah.
playback, he'll be like, damn, fam,
Damn,
you
yeah,
are-
you
I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it.
Because if it sound fire on this speaker, when I go home and knock it, yeah, I'm gonna be in the crib sea walking real quick. Watch.
It's cool. It's
Hat
cool.
gave that a cut it as well too, man. He said he didn't like the drums.
Who?
Acrobatic. He said he disliked the drums, and he said that was very important, so he had to cut it. So
Yeah, other people are saying the beat was fire, but the level was off. Other people are disagreeing with us, but still say they respect us. We respect y'all too. It's all in communication. It's all love. Some people saying the shit's fire.
It's all how you see it.
Yeah.
We all see things
And
differently.
that's the beautiful thing about it, for us to create this type of platform where we can talk about beats and not necessarily have to, ride each other. Just keep it real.
And if they too sensitive to not get proper feedback, then they ain't trying to be the best that they can be.
Just
so.
about to say.
Yeah,
that.
we don't do sensitivity. Plus, we drinking liquor. Come on, we cool. But that was a dope submission, regardless. Like
Yeah.
I want to continue seeing stuff from this producer.
how many beats get played so far?
We only went to 8.
Yeah, 8.
About time for our break,
5.
anyways. But
Yeah.
we gotta take a quick little break.
Yep.
Dimitri, is it good for a break, or we squeeze one in, or what do you think? Squeeze one more in, right? All right, cool. So, wait. So just to recap on the recognized joint, that was a cut it from you.
Two
Yeah, I
cuts.
cut it.
Two
One
cut it,
keep
someone keep it.
Yep.
All right. We're gonna move over to a producer called Freehand with a joint called Country Drunks. Hey. Let's listen to it right now on the B Club podcast. Let's go.
The Beat Club. The Beat Club.
Go back to sleep, then I wake up. Turn up another focus and go back to sleep, turn up another focus and
Toss it to you. You sound like you know something.
Yeah, I would cut it. They just didn't execute at all, man. It definitely sounded like it sounded like a slowed down chop of Jungle Brothers. I don't know if y'all remember Jungle Brothers. Y'all a little younger than me in here. So
Yeah.
You guys are just a little bit younger than me.
I thought you
know
were
what
gonna
I
say
mean?
Jungle Book. but
Nah,
I don't know
Jungle Brothers, man.
Jungle
You know, from the native tongues, and they had a record called it was I wanna do ya, I wanna do ya. It sounded like the drums from that, like chopped up and like slowed down or something.
I fucking love Twitter. I'm sorry.
But yeah, it was just I just gotta cut it, man. It just was a weak beat, man. Yeah. These dudes be going in on Twitter
Yo.
with the gifts, man.
Can't mess with y'all.
I can't mess with y'all. Y'all got me breaking out in sweats.
Yo, D Sharp like has a hard drive full of these already.
Word.
Like
Oh,
on
nah,
deck.
Getting those from Twitter.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't even hit.
Nah, I'm
Yeah,
hit.
right here.
Nah, I know, but nah, he has them joints
Yeah,
on deck.
I know.
He's too quick. He's too quick.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he knows which ones.
He knows what's up, but he got about like 10 tabs open or something. He's making that work. Like he's too on point.
Yeah, but it was just just
was
cut
cool?
it, man. It was just missing
Oh,
a lot.
man.
It was missing a whole lot, you know.
Yeah.
Avi, what's the word?
The drum loop was decent, but it was just missing everything after that.
100% agree. It was too light on the music part, man. Drums were dope, and I had high expectations for the beat. I thought it was gonna be dope, even though I was lost in the beginning. But once the music came in, which sounded like, I don't know, not twisted metal, but some type of like circus melody in there, it just wasn't working with the drums. But I hear the idea. But I gotta cut it, brother.
Yo, Twitter. I love Twitter.
God.
Yo, Loose Connection said Jungle Brothers on a run. We got Love the Drums, but ... from Rio Made It. So overall, the drums were cool. And you know what? I'm just gonna say cut it. And I'm gonna say cut it off the strength of after Marin said what he said and Avi said what he said. I didn't necessarily even really have the beat memorized. Like I didn't remember the beat, and so it just didn't really have that type of effect on me. I felt like you could have possibly bumped up your tempo just maybe a little bit. To me, it felt like there was a gap in time somewhere. Like maybe if the beat was a little more upbeat, it might have caught me some more. But for the most part, the tempo that it was at and the spacing and everything that was there was just kind of, it was just okay, but it wasn't the best thing. So that's a cut it on my end. Marin, you said cut it.
Yep.
And Avi, cut it. All right, so check it out, y'all. What we're gonna do, we're gonna go to our break real quick. When we come back, we're gonna chop it up a little bit, and we're gonna talk to Akrobatik, man, and eat this food and get these drinks popping. So happy Easter, all y'all. We'll check y'all in about 5 minutes. What up, everybody? How you doing right now? We are back from the break. This is the Beat Club podcast. I'm here with Artificial AV, Motivate Marin, Violet Music, and myself, D Loops, aka Do It All Loops. And we're chilling right now. We done heard some beats. We got one more beat to play for the Keep It or Cut It. We got someone by the name of 80 Hertz. I think this is one of the beats you won with. I mean, one of the producers you won with in our last tune for Tune,
Yeah,
sure
some
did.
heat.
which is coming up in a
He
couple
showed
weeks.
some love on Twitter and reached out too, man. That was dope, man. So
Yo.
shout out to 80 Hertz.
Yeah. So we got 80 Hertz, something called Hard Groove. We're going to play it right now on the Beat Club podcast. Keep It or Cut It. Let's go.
Where's the
The Beat Club.
All right, y'all. So that right there was 80 Hertz with Hard Groove. I'm going to toss it to Mr. Motivate Marin. What is your thoughts?
I'm going to cut it.
Of course.
But it definitely sounds like a wrestler's theme song.
Yeah. Bless.
Yeah, they open the window, letting the allergens in. No, it's all good. It's all good. I'm cool. I was gonna say it was the beat, but I didn't want to diss the beat like that, man. I didn't want to be allergic to the beat. Nice way to still get the joke off, right?
All jokes.
But nah.
All jokes.
But I would cut it, but it definitely has a place for something. You know what I'm saying? It definitely sounded like a dope wrestler theme song, man. Come out. That's exactly what it sounded like. But come on, man. I just couldn't take it seriously, even in that vein. Like, even if that's what it would be, I just still couldn't take it serious. It just wasn't my vibe, so I had to cut it.
Okay. AV, what's the word?
I'm gonna cut that too. I don't really have much to say, but definitely could go for licensing. Like he said, a wrestler. We was in there doing like the entrance.
Oh, we could do
shouting
it right
out
now.
names and all that. So yeah, I'm gonna just cut it. It just wasn't my vibe.
All right, cool. So that's 2 cuts.
That's 2.
All right, cool. I would say that it was decent. It did sound like some WWE, WWF entrance music, for sure. Like back in the days. You know what I mean? On some Jericho, DX, like around that era. But for the most part, for right now, the instruments didn't sound as polished as I would like them to be to make a well-together track. So I'm going to say cut it on my end as well. So that's 3 cuts.
Oh, okay. I thought I was bugging.
Why? Why are you looking around like...
I think the air just came on and just made the ceiling go...
Oh, there's AC. We got AC popping right now? Oh, it's just the wind? All right, cool. It's like, see, I'm from the hood. I used to do ghetto shit, like take ice cubes and put them by the fan and turn the fan on. I'm dead ass. I am certified hood rat. It's cool. Certified hood rat. I'm cool. I done been there. I done done that. Ice cubes by the fan to keep it cool. The hood AC, if you know about me, holla. But it's cool. So so anyways, was that how many cuts was that? That was all cuts for our 10th track. All right, cool. So that's the end of Keep It to Cut It for today.
Damn, there was a lot of cut-its today.
You know what? I think we're nicer when we don't drink.
Nah,
you're right. You know what?
I think
you know what it is. I think I know what it is. We listened to beats for a straight week.
Yeah, like
we had the stew and the beat club joint.
Yeah, we're not messing around.
Our
that's
tolerance
all it
is up
is. Yeah, we're not messing around. We done heard it all.
Pretty much. I think that's what it is. So thank you for everybody that submitted today. And keep on submitting. Remember, that's beatclubpodcast.com. You can go down and have a button right there. You click on it, put it in the correct folder, and we will play it on our podcast.
This drink is moving right here, bro.
Word?
Yeah.
This is...
You know what?
You need to taste it. Just taste it.
And by the end of the day...
This is crazy.
By the end of the day, to all our listeners, what I'm going to do, because we might do something special for 420, because we have some smokers as hosts.
Yeah.
We might do something special.
Moving.
And look out for a special button on our page, because we want them THC infused beats for our special show. I need something wavy, y'all.
Yeah.
To make that happen. So I'll let you guys know once it's up there. It might actually happen before the end of the show. But yeah, if anything, we also have our guest going to be calling in soon. He's on the phone right now.
Good? We good?
Yo, let's plug Akrobatik through real quick. Make sure his levels and everything is good.
Ak, where you at, brother?
Do we need to put on the headphones better, or are we good with the speaker?
No, we good.
We good? Ak, where you at, man?
Good to go. I'm right here, family. I'm here.
That's what's up, man. We hear you loud and clear, man. Thank you, man. Yo, clap it up for Akrobatik, man.
Appreciate that. I'm over here. I'm feeling jealous, man. I wish I was there with y'all, man, in the physical, because y'all sound like you're having a real good time over there, and there's some nice beverages.
Yo, man, you missing out on the grub, dog. We got food here. We ain't never got food here like this.
Yeah, we got a whole brunch layout, bro.
What?
Yo, man. See, why y'all have to book a brother on Easter Sunday, man? Look,
Hey,
we gonna have
yo,
to
man,
do
we
this
all
again
up here
before
wearing
the summertime,
pastels and
man.
everything in church shoes. We waiting for you, bro.
Church shoes.
Y'all do food every Sunday?
I got my wing
Yeah,
tips
for the
on
most
right
part.
now.
Yeah, we do.
I know it's
I've
always
definitely
wings
started
at
that
the stew.
tradition.
That's how y'all got me in the judge's seat in the first place. The wings.
That's true. That's when we brought the wings through. He came through when we
Like, yo,
introduced the
come
wings.
through, man. We got wings. Like, all right.
Front and center.
Come on, man. You know we love chicken.
Nah, man, thank you. I wasn't even thinking, Easter when I scheduled you.
Yeah, for
but
real.
regardless, man, we appreciate your time, man. Thank you for calling in, man. It's real dope to have you, man.
I'm so glad, man. Y'all have always made me feel like family since day one, and Mark, we go way back, man. I remember when you was in high school, so it's whatever. You know what I mean? This is just a continuation of the legacy, brother.
Way before that too. That's the funny. We're gonna really get into that. I'm gonna age you, man. It's okay. It's okay.
I'm doing a pretty good job of that on my own, brother.
Yeah, we go way back, man. Like my first recollection of Akrobatik, man, goes back to like 1992.
Damn, I was 7.
Yeah, 1992. I was 10. I was 10 years old, man, and I started. Yeah, I'm gonna age you, bro. It's okay though. It's okay. It's all right, man. So I started performing at that age. That was the age like I really started like pursuing music and like going hard with music. And back then that was the era where performers used to dance, rap, sing.
Right.
You had to be like the complete package. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dar Adams. Dar Adams always talks about this on Twitter too, like how Boston is kind of like we should be definitely known for that. Like what you see New Edition doing and shit. Like that's that's the lineage we're all from. Like we watched them and plenty of groups like them. So we used to do that. So I was a kid and we used to dance and I just remember
the Boston version of like Motown Philly or something.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We were like the antithesis of ABC and Crisscross and shit back then. That's what we were doing. And but yeah, I just remember Act though. Just had a different name back then, but
you can say it, man. I was Stud B.
That was Stud B.
Not so bad.
Wait. So his name was Stud B before Akrobatik?
Yeah, his name was Stud B. Yeah, he was Stud B.
Hey, yo, hold on, wait. I gotta ask someone for a second. Yo, Akro, this is Lucy. How you doing, brother?
Peace, brother. How you, man?
I'm good. I have a question. Why'd you call yourself Stud B? Was it on some was that like swag back then? Like it was like stud, like yo, I'm a stud.
Okay.
Or?
I'm gonna give you the honest explanation. It's just gonna have to ride because it's all I got. When you tell the truth, it's the same every time.
I love the truth.
I came up with that name when I was like 9 or 10 years old, and I was bigger than all the other kids. I was Stud. I was MC Stud. And then one of my boys from my neighborhood, my last name begins with B, and so he was just riding by on his bike one day, and he was like, "What up, MC Stud B?" I was like, "Oh, that sounds even better." And that was it until I discovered weed in like '93, and then I was like, I'm Akrobatik now.
Yeah,
change your life.
Yeah. That's real shit, man.
Dope.
But
I never knew that. Good look.
Yeah, man. Like my earliest memories though of Act though is just he was always just like lyrically gifted, man. Just always like kind of like ahead of his time, just ahead of the curve, and just lyrical, man. Like so, like he definitely one of my biggest inspirations out the city, man. I could honestly say that, man, because I grew up and I was.
Hey, wait a minute, you Mark, you had a different name too. I mean, yours was cooler than mine, but
they used to call me Crispus Addict.
Akro, we just found that out like 2 weeks ago. We did not know this man had another alias.
Yeah, so
man, Crispus Addict.
Yeah, I know.
But he was nice too, man. I remember those days, man. That's why I remember him from back in the day. We didn't really like know each other like that, but we'd always end up at those same talent shows. Going at it for first, second, and third place every time, no matter what.
Exactly.
Hey, yo, Akro, I have a question for you. Yo,
yes, sir.
Did you or Mark used to dance back then too while you rapped, or you just rap?
Well, I just rap.
All right. So wait, did Mark dance while he was up there too?
I got dancers to do the dancing.
You
that
a
had to be
smart
done.
man,
You
bro.
know, like I had Sugar and Spice. I'll let Mark tell his own story. Man.
Nah, yeah, we used to dance, bro. I'm telling you, we used to
Word?
dance. We used to dance. We used to rap. We used to sing too. We used to try to sing, man.
So, Marin, you was up there
Yo.
dancing too?
Yeah, I was
Everybody was
dancing,
killing
bro.
it though. Everybody was killing it. It wasn't nothing corny about it because you got to remember, dudes is out there 12, 13 years old
yeah.
getting it. Now
Nah.
you see somebody
Yo.
now
Yeah.
12, 13 years old dancing to Gucci, and they want to put it on Instagram and to get 5,000 likes. If they had Instagram back then, when we was doing what we was doing, forget about it.
Exactly,
Yeah,
and
facts only.
and not to glorify that, but like real street individuals was in
dancing.
dance
Right.
groups.
Yeah.
Like
That's
very,
very-
very street individuals where it's like, yeah, they dancing on stage right
Yep.
now, but
You could pop lock and still
Yeah.
get popped.
but yeah, we, you
Real,
know, regardless, it was always love. But yeah, man, glad to have you on, man. But you know, up here, man, you know, we talk about things from the beat perspective, from the producer perspective, and you've been holding it down with us as a resident judge at the stew. And
I only had one cut it today. I mean, one keep it today.
one keep it today, right?
Yeah, and yo, Akro, they
Out of-
getting on
out of
us
10
about the
beats.
keep it's, you know what I mean? But you only heard like one beat that was fire for the most part that just fit.
Yeah, and that even that one was like I kind of had to use my imagination to take it. You know what I'm saying? To the point where I felt like I could keep it. Like it wasn't really a beat necessarily that I would use, but I could see how with like just giving it a little bit of edge, it would have been dope. That what was it, DeJuan Johnson or whatever? Like that joint right
yeah,
there.
that was that real
I thought
melodic
like
joint.
I could picture like Q-Tip adding a little couple of percussion to it and then going and killing it. You know what I mean? Something like that.
See, it wasn't just us, Marin. We
Nah.
knew what we was talking
Nah.
about.
No,
I don't know about
definitely
these
not. I
guys.
was agreeing
mean,
with almost everything I heard from y'all, man. Like for real. You know, a lot of the beats were close. Like the one that had the Wu-Tang vibe, it's like it was close, but it's like the beats that already are capturing that, they exist and they've existed for a long time. So if you're gonna go there, you gotta really go there and kill it. You know, and it's like that with a
Facts.
lot of stuff, even the trap beats too. It's just like if I've heard a million trap beats, which I have, then when you playing me number 1,000,001, it has to be crazy. It
Yep.
can't just be, look, I can do what this guy did. You got to show that you can do it better, and you're bringing it to the next level somehow.
Yeah.
There you go.
Dope, man. Yeah, yo, man. Given that, like you've had, you know, you know, 20-year plus career in this business, you know, going hard. You know what I'm saying? And you've worked with plenty of producers, and
Yep.
you have experienced everything. Like, you know, when you're talking about the inception of hip hop, and so just talk about your experience, like in the early days, like recording, and how involved in the process of production you was, like early, because I think that's something to be talked about, because I think like in that era, especially late 80s and early 90s, most artists were involved with the music production, right?
Yeah, definitely, man. And like one thing I'll say too is that there's definitely a part in the timeline where like let's say like the laws changed. You know, you had these like big lawsuits that cats like Biz Markie and shit they got into.
Yep.
And what happened was like they made it illegal for you to just loop somebody's shit and make it your own. You know, you had to now clear these samples and pay the original publisher and all that. Or, you know, if you wanted to do it without having to clear it, it had to be like a really small part. And then that part that you could use, it got smaller and smaller over the years, where to now, if anybody catches you selling music that samples any part of any previous recording, you know, you could get sued for that if it's successful enough. So you got to be real careful. But before all those laws went into effect, I'll say that it was crazy, because what would happen is that the MC would kind of like, we would look for loops. Like we would just go through records and listen to them anyway. And then when we hear something like, oh, yo, that could definitely go behind a hip hop beat. Because what was happening is that we had all these drum patterns and drum breaks, but we needed the instrumentation to put over them. And, you know, everybody didn't have all that. So we needed to like loop shit to put on the beats. And so the MCs, we would bring like our DJs the record. And you know, you probably would need 2 copies of it so that he could get the break, you know, kind of like how Kool Herc and Grandmaster Flash and all them had to do it, which is kind of what created the whole process of sampling in the first place. So the DJs would get that. Like I heard you talking, Mark, earlier about the Jungle Brothers.
Yeah.
That first Jungle Brothers album, Straight Out the Jungle, which I must have bought like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, I
think
probably
it
did too.
it first dropped in like 87 or 88.
Yep.
So that's high school, you know, going into high school for me. And like those cats, they dropped a record where all the beats were the DJ was cutting in the break over the drum loop. So they had the drum loop coming off the machine, and then all the other music that you heard was just from the DJ just cutting it all in. And if you go back and listen to that record, you'll definitely notice it now.
Yep.
And so, you know, then it was like the next step of that was you'd have your beats already done. You know, the producer would hook them up. You take them to the studio, but we didn't have any kind of like automation. So I would have to sit in the studio for hours and hours and hours. And mind you, it was not like everybody had a studio in their house. You had to go to a recording studio, and that shit probably cost, you know, $60, $50 an hour or something like that, which in the 90s, that's definitely a lot of bread.
That was a lot of bread back then.
It's cheaper now.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we would be in there, and like, so if you wanted to drop on the beat, then it's like you had to like, you're printing the mix of the song, and if you wanted to drop, you had to actually press the button for that one drop. And depending on how many drops you had and how intricate the drops are, or if you might be doing the radio version where you also got to bleep out all the swears and shit like that on the way through, like it became a process where sometimes you'd have like 3 or 4 cats on the board. And you know what I'm saying? You know, Mark will be on the drums, I'll be handling the vocals, and you know, whatever, Lift will be on the keyboards, and like we all just got to make sure that everybody presses the buttons at the right time, and one little click, you know, can come out in the mix and make you have to start all over again. And it really was like that because automation hadn't been invented yet. So
That's crazy.
it was literally hands-on in the beginning. So, you know, all the cats who were able to like evolve through that time to get to now it's like, oh my God, it's simple. It's just like,
too easy.
you know, I'm in my bedroom and I'm sitting here looking at my recording studio, you know what I'm saying, with my mic. And it's like somebody wants a feature, they call me, you know, they send me a deposit, I write it, I record it, I send them a mix of it, you know, an hour or something later, they're like, oh shit, that's dope. I'm like, okay, cool, let's finish the transaction and I'll get you the files. Boom, you could get it done in one day.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Whereas before it was like you was doing like, I don't know, like finger push-ups to get ready for when you had to do the breaks on the instrumental, because you want to get them the same way that they are on the regular mix. So it was definitely a lot of, you know, the MC being involved in all of the production of it, man. But it definitely started with, yo, I found this record with this loop, you know, loop this Herbie Hancock for me, dog. And then, you know, it would happen like that. And, you know, you still get that to a degree, but if you really putting albums out and records out that the world is going to be able to purchase, then you have to be really careful about what you're sampling.
Akro, I have a question for you. Based on, you know, you experiencing both ways to create music, you know, both in the past and in the present, is there one that you feel is better suited towards just, you know, creating that vibe and that classic track? Do you prefer one over the other, or you've kind of just adapted and just say, you know, this is what it is?
That's a great question.
Because a lot of people, you know, we submit beats all the time. We nowadays you could submit a track from, you know, across the world and never meet people. Like even B.O.B. had that girl, the Airplanes and Night Skies. They never met until they performed that song. So like, which one do you prefer?
Man, Fonte and Nikolai from Foreign Exchange, they didn't meet each other, I think, until after their first album was about to come out. Or
That's
already had
crazy.
come out. So yeah, you're right. Yeah,
so how do you feel about the whole thing? Do you feel as though it's helping the game and you like where it's going as far as the sharing and the internet and everything, or do you like the idea of everybody that's involved is in the studio tonight to make something happen?
Well, I think we all have the luxury of like being able to kind of hide that, you know, in other words, like you don't necessarily know which songs I did where such and such was in the room with me and such wasn't. So it's kind of like up for speculation. And I feel like as long as it's like that at least you can kind of just go into making your music however you can. Because really that's what it's about. It's like if you want to work with somebody, like for instance, we got this cat that did a track on my next album. He's from like Russia. And I never met him. He had just like threw one of my acapellas on one of his beats and it sounded so crazy. I'm like, yo, I want to actually use that beat on my album. And so we just got it going that way. And I'm glad that the convenience of that is there. Now, would it be better if I could bring him here and we could work together in the lab. Of course, it would be a more complete experience. I'll give you an example. My man LX Beats, he's from Finland, and like we had worked together remotely and did some stuff, and it came out cool. You know, I don't think that if I played you 4 songs that we did, you'd know which one he wasn't there for. But when I actually went out to Finland and we did some shows together out there, and I hung out at his crib and we got in the lab and did songs there, I mean, sure enough, we definitely felt better about that music, because now we were just like, yeah, now we know each other. And so, you know, when we're doing shows or we're doing interviews and stuff like that, there's a story there. It's not just like, yo, I sent them this beat. So I definitely will always want to work with other people, because that's what art is about to me. I'm not about just like sitting in my room and doing a bunch of songs and saying, hey, I made a bunch of songs. The art is about reaching out to other people, and that's your opportunity to get to know them. That's your opportunity to go to where they live and experience their culture, wherever it might be in the world. So it's like, if you rocking out in, you know, Sweden or Kenya or Brazil, and you want to meet me, like, let's just make it work. Let's book a show. You know what I'm saying? While the show's happening, we'll make sure that everything else is good. I got a place to stay. We're going to go to the lab for a few days and rock out, you know, and hopefully I could even work it in so that somebody can come with me. So it's not just me by myself having the experience. I'm trying to share this whole shit with as many people as possible.
That's dope.
That's real dope, man.
That's real dope.
That's real dope, man. So talk about like some of like the equipment, like when you started, like talk about like what's your favorite piece of equipment, like in terms of like beat making, like whether it was you trying to make beats yourself or like just producers that you worked with, like what's that, what sticks out to you in terms of equipment?
Well, I'm gonna tell you what, man, like a lot of people will make note in my career that a lot of my best work is stuff that I did with Mr. Liff. And, you know, that's like one of my closest friends. And we actually started making music together when, you know, we were like 21 and we were just hanging out. We had met each other at the same studio, which was Backpack Studios, Papa D from Brick Records joint. And then we started kicking it at Lift's crib and working on beats together. And because we had made a song, and the song was like, the beat was me beatboxing. And Lift was
I remember
like, you know,
that joint. That was dope.
Yeah, the fat shit. So Lift was like, you know, F that, come to the crib. Let's work on some beats and do some more shit, you know? And so he had the Ensoniq EPS 16 Plus.
Yes.
The keyboard.
Yes.
And yo, that shit was so dope. We made so many beats on that shit, like Inhuman Capabilities and Because They Made It That Way, and just like a whole, yo, man, all the records that we put out, like, you know, in that whole era of like 99 going into 2000, like that whole era of beats were beats that me and him made just in his crib on the Ensoniq EPS 16 Plus. And then soon after that, they upgraded to the ASR 10.
Yep.
They came out with the Ensoniq ASR 10. And then that was also, it was like very, very similar. So the language was just as easy to understand and all that. So I jumped on that when that came out. And I made like Internet MCs and Militant Raw. These are like old records, I know, but they're still mine. I love them. They, you know, from way back, like 2001 and stuff like that. Then the ASRX came out, and that's when Fax One took over, because he just had that shit mastered like weeks after it came out. So the ASR 10 is probably, I would say, where I stopped like making beats consistently.
Yeah,
but that was my shit, man. The Ensoniq products, man, definitely. They just made it easy. And the fact that you had your samples on a keyboard, I just like that more than the little tap pads. Because with the keyboard, you got every single note all the way from A to Z.
Me too. It's just, you know, it goes back to the Cosby Show when Stevie Wonder was on there with the Synclavio, right? When you saw him with the Synclavio and he sampled Theo's voice and played it from the top key to the bottom.
Hell yeah.
It just made you want a keyboard sampler. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't never seen that version of Cosby's. I was on the Cosby's?
You never seen the episode of the Cosby with Stevie Wonder?
They went to the studio.
I've never seen an episode of Cosby in my life. Are you serious?
Rudy.
I don't know if that's in syndication.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yo,
word? I'm about to go. Someone tag me in the YouTube link so I have to do the work.
Please do, man.
That's why I was doing
jamming on the one.
Because Stevie Wonder, he sampled Bill saying baby, and he's just playing it back, baby.
Jamming on the one.
I ain't never seen that before. Have you seen that before?
Jamming on the one. Yeah, jamming on the one.
I can't remember.
Exactly. Damn, no doubt. We've been around.
Yeah,
But
man.
it's good. It's good. It's good to know as much as there's
Probably,
been that you've had access to, man. Know it all. Shit.
Yeah, man. And
That's dope.
that's what I started on too. That's why I was going crazy because you already know, man. And you know, of course, like shout out to Clinton Sparks. You know what I'm saying? Like he.
Oh yeah.
By the time I started working with Clinton, like he was on the ASR 10, but I had bought my own EPS 16 Plus, and that was my baby. You know what I'm saying? Like the keyboard samplers. Yep. Then eventually I moved on to the Triton, to the Korg Triton, for that reason, because it was a keyboard sampler. And yeah, it's just something about chopping up samples on the keys, and you could literally, you know, like put different sections of the sample on different keys,
I love keys.
And yeah, it just works, man.
Hey, yo, Akro, I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
How are producers getting beats to you now? Like, are you real picky nowadays? Because you have like you've collected a bunch of people that have a sound that you rock with nowadays. Are you kind of open to the sound that other producers up and coming are kind of putting out there? And if so, how do they get in contact with you? Or you kind of like, nah, I'm kind of good?
Well, it's just like you guys say, man. It's like it's not personal with the beats. You know, it's like you hear a beat, you like it. It's about the beat more than it's about who made it, really. Yeah. You know what I mean? I have I have my team, like my go-to guys that I know. You know, I can hit up Peyton Locke. I can hit up Willie Evans Jr. These are my guys that are like my boys that I've known forever. That I know they know me, and they will make beats with me specifically in mind. And you know that's real cool. But at the same time, I've always been open. Like, you know, on my Instagram account, and my Facebook account, there's a direct link right to my email to send beats to. It's just difficult, man, because it's like, y'all know, it's just like with the rappers, there's so many cats who make beats. You know what I mean? So like I get a folder of beats, or I'll say I get about, I say like 6 to 10 folders of beats every day in my email. Damn, and everyone thinks that the beats that they sent me are the most fire beats that I'm going to hear that week. Mm-hmm. So it's really hard to like get back to everyone. I know there's probably cats right now like, yo, I sent Axe some fire. He didn't even respond to me. You know, he ain't that nice anyway, whatever. You know what I mean? And it's just like, what are you going to do about that? There's nothing I can do because I have so many responsibilities, and I listen to all these beats, but even if I liked all of them, how many projects am I putting out? You know what I mean? It's like, I try to put out like 10 or 15 songs a year, you know, and that's on a good year. So it's tough to keep up with all of the beats that come in. So yeah, you do kind of narrow it down to like, who are my go-to guys that I know I can count on all the time. And then when you get some free time, you'll pop in some of the other stuff. I mean, and there's always other ways to get beats too. That's why I try to stay involved in the community as much as I can. You know, that's why, you know, all jokes aside with the wings is bomb. But I'm saying I also want to see like who the new young producers are, who got hot beats out there. Like, matter of fact, on my next album that's coming out this summer, one of the beats on there is produced by Chop. I know y'all know Chop.
Hey,
and I met him at the Stew. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it came about. I was like, yo, you got to send me some stuff, and he did. And sure enough, man, like that's track 3 on the next album.
Hey, yo, Akro.
Shout out to Chop.
Shout out to Chop. Yo, Akro, I have another question for you. If you had to describe your, like, using 3 adjectives to kind of describe the type of beat that fits you, the type of beat that like you favored the most, what would you say? Using only 3 words to kind of classify them, what would you say?
I would say energetic.
Yep.
I would say melodic, and I would say funky.
Energetic, melodic, and funky. And if you have those beats, where would they send them to?
They would go to akrodrops@gmail.com. akrodrops@gmail.com.
All right, cool. I'm just trying to help our
All
producers out.
are welcome, man. Especially, even the cats that had their beats on here today that you might have heard the show and whatever, I wasn't so impressed with the first beat I ever heard from you. That don't mean don't send me beats. It doesn't mean that what you're doing is not a style that I might be open to rocking on. So I'm down to hear everybody. It's just, it's hard to keep up with everything and get right back to people. So don't let nothing discourage you. There's a whole world of artists out here to send your music to, and you never know who's going to be the one that decides what you did is for them at what time. So just rock with it.
And I told you before when I met you at, not even met you, when I chopped it up with you at the Stew, I didn't know, man. I mean, I had a good idea because I used to work at Mattapan Music, and I used to hear about a
Yeah.
lot of stuff you were doing. I was kind of in tune with everything that was going on. But till I pull up your Wikipedia, man, I didn't realize you've been doing that work, brother. I didn't even know you was in a UFC game. I was playing that UFC game for the longest time.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's the thing, man. You know, we are in a time now where there's a certain level that the majority of people want to see you on this particular level to be like, yeah, you made it. And for the most part, that is when people start seeing you on TV all the time, or they see like a couple million views attached to something that you put online. But as a career, as an artist, there are so many different things that you can do. I mean, I think it was Mark was talking about he was watching The Wire. I've had songs on The Wire. You know, if you play any EA Sports video games, you definitely, play
you
the
had songs
game
on
and
The
have
Wire,
my
dude?
music on it.
What season you had?
What's
I
that?
didn't know. I love The Wire, man. That's a whole other episode. But
I think
you had
season 2.
songs on The
It's
Wire?
either season 1 or season 2.
Yep.
What?
Yeah,
two joints too. 2 joints.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
I'm done talking. You're the man.
definitely like the video game thing too, man. You've been on a lot of video games. Talk about that, because a lot of producers can relate to that, and even as an artist, you've been able to capitalize on licensing. Talk about how that works business wise for you. You know, you don't have to give away too many secrets, but I don't believe in secrets in this business. You know why? Because you need to share the information. It doesn't hold you any value to keep it to yourself. So talk about that.
Well, I would say this, man. I would say that everything that has come my way in the music industry, whether it be, licensing for movies and music, video games and stuff like that. I've done a few commercials. I did a commercial with Reggie Bush for Pepsi a few years back.
Hey.
Like those types of things all really come from relationships, like a lot of times, sometimes you might be out in an event and you're not really having a good day or something. And you just, you want to be short with people or not really want to talk to anybody. It's better to not go to the event. You just want to make sure that every interaction you have with anybody that you come across is positive, because you don't know who they are. And most importantly, even if you do know who they are, you don't know who they will be. So somebody might just be like some cat that you think is a scrub putting a CD up in your face with some beats, you know what I mean? And you might be like, whatever, kid. And then like 5 years later, that's Ninth Wonder. And then, you didn't really give him no respect, and he remembers that. So, those types of interactions I think are really important. So when I got to a point where now I'm like putting records out on real record labels, and I could show this stuff to my friends who, are like the music directors at EA Sports, or, the head of the marketing company that just picked up the NFL account for Pepsi. These are just people that I happen to know, and I keep in touch with them and I keep good relationships with them as they progress in their lives too. So that when everything crosses and it becomes mutually beneficial to work with each other, everybody's on the up and up. Like, yes, let's do this. You're here and I'm there. That's crazy. Let's do it. Like I'll give you an example. Like I went to Chuck D from Public Enemy not too long ago and basically like humbled myself. Like, yo, man, I'm trying to rock with you, man. I want to get on tour with y'all. This is Public Enemy. What y'all are doing is crazy. Y'all, you're my idol, basically. And I knew him well enough to say that. But at the same time, his response to me was basically, yo, I see what you're doing. I love it. And when it's mutually beneficial for us to do that, we're going to do it. And so now I just believe in my heart of hearts that, one day I'm going to be out there one way or another warming up the stage for Public Enemy. But until then, let me just make sure that everything else I'm doing is on point. All my other relationships are on point. So really, I would say that it's relationships, because, most companies, movie people, stuff like that, they not necessarily open to unsolicited music. Imagine how many unsolicited submissions they must all get.
All the time.
You know what I mean? Like all the time. Like there are now. When I was in high school, I was the rapper in my high school. I was the only one. And then now fast forward to now, and you go to every single high school in America, and I guarantee you there's at least 100 rappers. And that's probably being modest, right? So it's a much different time now where, you can get in where you fit in. But at the same time, it also raises the chances, because there's so many more people out there who you don't know where they're going to end up, what position they're going to be in. I'm sure that there's a lot of people who met me who didn't necessarily think I'd be doing the types of stuff that I'm doing now. And not that it's like some crazy stuff that I'm doing, but it is notable. You know what I'm saying? If you look at Wikipedia, you're going to be like, all right, he's been, like you said, he's been doing his work, you know, and I'm going to continue this. To me, this is like the halfway point of my career. You know, I'm thinking about the next 20.
But more importantly, though, like it has to do with you having your business straight as well, like being prepared for that. Yeah, it's the relationships, but it's you having your publishing straight. You know what I'm saying? And kind of having the presence of mind to make sure your business is straight, because because that aligns with your relationships, right? Because that's
right.
You know,
no, it absolutely does. You have to have your business on point. I mean, just because, like, for instance, you can't just make a beat and now you think, okay, this is the illest beat I've ever heard. If only Eminem could hear this beat, he'd get on this and it would just be a hit and I'd make millions and millions of dollars. Well, the only thing about that is that there's probably 500,000 other kids who feel like they have a beat that's just that good. And now it's just a matter of who has the quickest path to getting that beat to who needs to hear it in order for Eminem to hear it. You know what I mean? That's what you're trying to do with your career, is position yourself in that way. And you don't position yourself there by jumping up in everybody's face necessarily. Just go where you need to be, and when you get there, impress everybody so that people have nothing but good things to say about you. If people have nothing but good things to say about you, you're probably going to be in a good position if you have the talent to back that up. You know, and you're gonna meet people that are gonna want to work with you again. I've had like CEOs of record labels tell me that, you know, they enjoyed working with such and such because such and such was just such a cool person that even though he wasn't feeling like that person was gonna go platinum, he still signed them because he wanted to work with them and he was good enough to put out and rock with, you know. So
nice.
It's like, it's, you know, everybody, it's all about perception, man. Everybody's perception of you is going to be based on what you give them, and you know, whatever you don't give them, they can't exploit.
Yeah, speaking of perception, man, the Perceptionist, man, incredible work that you've done with Mr. Lift and Fax One.
Good segue.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You know, I grew up on 88.9, man. All my people in New England area, man, you know, 88.9 at night, man, and just incredible hip hop. Just incredible hip hop, man. Some of the best hip hop growing up. I used to just, you know, make those tapes and just tape the radio all day, every day.
Of course, man.
You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, Fax One, I remember, you know, listening to him as a DJ on 88.9 at night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Fax One, Nomadic.
Nomadic
was
up there.
Student run radio, man. Unbelievable.
Everybody, man. Optimus.
Yeah,
everybody. There was like a bunch of different eras, man. You know, of course, Sherry Martinez and all of that, man. All the eras, man. But I wanted to ask you, you know, because I would probably guess, like, okay, just the synergy of those that particular project, the Perceptionist. But who's your favorite producer to work with, and who's the producer that you always wanted to work with that you got a chance to work with?
Oh, wow. All right. Oddly enough, my favorite producer to work with gotta be my man Peyton Locke. Like, a lot of people don't know him off rip because of his name, but he's produced a lot of tracks of mine that, you know, are real special to me. Like, for instance, the track that I did with Master Ace and Edo G on my last album, Built to Last, called 300, and then there's another joint on that same album called Hope. He's produced tracks on every album of mine. He's always my go-to guy that I know I'm going to get the beats that kind of define my sound of that era, and that's because I've known that dude since I was 12. He lives in Jacksonville, but we grew up in Dorchester together. Dope. So that's my dude. As far as producers that I always wanted to work with that I finally got to work with, I mean, thinking of it now, I'm kind of going in the past to say it because it finally happened, you know, 15 years ago. But Diamond D, man, like I always wanted to do a joint with Diamond D, and it was dope because I actually got to do the record with him. I got to go to his lab at his place in Jersey, and he rocked a verse for me. You know what I mean? That's dope. It was like the whole experience, man. We sat down, built, you know, wrote the jam from scratch right there. I got to listen to a ton of beats. You know, this dude got the 12 times platinum gold Fuji's plaque on his wall for the joints that he produced on that album. You know what I mean? This is like to me, this is like the pinnacle. That's just as that's digging in the crates right there. That could be Primo, Pete Rock, whatever. So it was definitely an honor to rock with him.
That's super dope, man. Well, yeah, man. Look like we'll segue out, man. Thank you for your time, Ak. Thank you for calling
Cool,
in.
man.
And like I
Thank
said,
you.
man, you part of the stew, man. You one of our resident judges, so we gotta get you up here. You can come up here anytime, man. It's an open door policy.
Yeah, I want to be in there with y'all so I could be in there on the laughs and everything, man. Because y'all sound like y'all having a good time. I already know y'all are good people. It would just be dope to hang out.
And yo, Acro, man, just for me as well. As far as your contribution to the stew with your feedback and everything, it's quality feedback and it's quality things that the producers that are up there need to hear. So I appreciate you for that.
Oh, thanks, man.
So,
and yo, for the cats that think that, maybe I'm just on some old school shit and I don't necessarily know what's going on with, quote, today's beats, when y'all hear my next album that comes out this summer, you're going to know a whole lot of different things about me.
Shameless. You got a date for that?
I got something loaded up. I can't say what it is just yet, but I have a feeling by the next time I'm with y'all, I'll be able to say exactly what it is.
You got a date, though?
What's that?
You got a date for that release?
I know y'all thinking what I'm thinking.
No, that's what I'm saying. I can't say. It's gonna be summertime. I can tell you that.
All right.
You know we have stews at the summertime, right? I'm just saying.
Yo, man.
Just in case you want to release.
We gotta work out this release type situation.
Just saying, it's there.
I can't wait. As a matter of fact, yo, man, I ain't even gonna say nothing, man.
Yep.
But, yo, two videos is already shot. I'm thinking maybe you could use one of the videos for that. How y'all do the score the scene joint?
There we go.
Yeah.
Let's
talk off the air.
That's enough. That's enough right there, brother.
Talk off the air, bro.
Yeah. We're gonna have some fun this summer for sure, guys.
Hey, yo, Akko, let everybody know exactly where they can find you at before we sign off with you, man. Let them know where they can talk to you.
No doubt, man. You can just look for me on all the social media platforms at Akrobatik MC. That's AKROBATIK MC. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and stuff like that. And like I said, just keep your ears open for a big announcement within the next 30 days or so about my next project because it's done. 2 videos already shot. I can't wait to share it with y'all. Really happy about it. And thank y'all for having me as always. And I hope to see y'all soon.
Yo, you will. Yo, real quick, man, before you go, man.
Yeah.
Real quick, man. Let's talk you the sports guy.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk some quick Celtics talk. Real quick. Just 1 minute,
okay.
man. 1 minute.
All
just
right.
Talk Celtics playoff situation.
Okay,
Let us know what
I'm just
think.
gonna say this. Obviously, I bleed green. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Celtics fan. I have been. I remember Larry Bird's rookie season. Okay.
Jesus.
That being said, what worries me about this team is that they seem to play to the level of their opponent. So I think that this first round, especially, is going to let us know a lot about how they're going to do because I don't have as much worry about them playing against, say, Cleveland as I do with them playing these first 2 rounds. I just want to see how it goes. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
like
I'm
teams
cautiously
like Atlanta,
optimistic. I'll just say it like
teams
that.
like Atlanta, that's not
Right.
Yeah.
Washington, there's some teams, man.
Yeah, so
there's some teams. So I want them to win, of course, man. I was in the streets parading when we won the last one. I was at the game when we beat the Lakers by 25. I was on the court playing knockout at halftime. So I'm right there with the squad, man. Squad up. I want to get all 4. Patriots already handled their business.
Yep.
Let's see what the Bruins can do. Even though they blew it yesterday, they had it. They was up 3-1. I turned on the TV and they lost within like 20 minutes.
Yep. Real quick.
And the Sox, this is our year. So we're gonna see how it goes with all of them. But definitely go Celtics.
That's what's up, man. Thank you, Akrobatik, once again, man. Clap it up, Akrobatik.
Yes, sir.
Word up. My pleasure, man. My pleasure. I'm gonna go out and enjoy some of this sun now.
All right, brother, man. Thanks again for your time, man. We'll be talking soon, man. And he'll be up at the studio soon, man, in a few weeks.
Absolutely. Word up. Salute, y'all.
Yo,
Salute
thank
right
you.
back.
Peace.
All right, peace.
So that was us, right, man? Wrapping up with Akrobatik, man. Thank you so much for coming to the Beat Club podcast and chatting it up with us. We got a couple of things we're going to do before we close out the show for sure. AV actually submitted something for Tracks at Banks. We got to play that as well. Dimitri, when I play that, I'm going to go off my laptop, okay? Because it wasn't up in the folder. Just to recap a couple of things. We did have a very busy week, which is the reason why we're celebrating our day off today, even though we're working. It's a day off, but it's a day off. So I kind of want to go down the line to shout out a couple of special people. First and foremost, one person that we did not mention was Chris Pirelli with his video premiere at the Stew. Chris Borelli is a very, very, very talented young MC out of here, out of Boston. Phenomenal. We actually debuted his video at the Stew on Sunday.
And he produces all his joints.
Yeah, and then on top of that, not only did he just premiere his video, he did like 5 tracks off his joint that night, and they all sounded hard. So if you guys are interested in working with a cat that gets my cosign, and just as far as just a hard work ethic, young, driven, and talented, Chris Borelli gets my hardcore cosign, man. So thank you, Chris, for coming through the Stew on Sunday and premiering your video. It was a very dope look. We look forward to doing more work with you in the future, but it was a very dope look. To all the producers that were on the panel as well. Did you guys have any favorites that were on the panel besides the 2 winners? Like, did you guys, like, honestly, Dr. Igor was pretty freaking cool. He was pretty cool. Like,
he was the
wild card.
The unexpected.
Yeah, he was the wild card to me. Our pick, First Official, he did all right as well. I don't know if he was ready for them 20-minute flips as much as everybody else was.
Yeah. He had technical issues with his.
That's
his
what happened
interface.
second round. But that joint he did with 16-bit spit, I think they did.
That was definitely a good collab. They definitely need to collab.
They should do more.
I talked to him about that, and they made that. It's like, we gotta make that happen. But everybody, Too Deep did well as well. I mean, he came through last night.
Kelsey was dope too.
I
man.
appreciate Too Deep.
NYC
so much because he takes feedback very well, and he understands like people are keeping it real to help him progress.
Yeah,
and he's one of those people who take that and like really build off of it.
And just for everybody to know here, we don't do anything here to tear down anybody's character, anybody's dreams, anybody's goals when it comes to the production tip. It is all constructive criticism. We don't believe in yes men. We believe in helping you build a better you. So that's what this platform is all about. And I can definitely concur with the whole Too Deep situation, because those beats he played on Saturday sound like angry beats. Like them joints was...
Sound like revenge.
It sound like revenge and everything. But just to everybody that participated in the Stew on Sunday, very, very dope. I look forward to seeing some of you cats come back. And shout out to Kenzo and 16-Bit Spit for making the finale, because that was awesome. By the way, Kenzo Under the Sea flip.
Yeah. And I think he got the second highest score ever in the Stew as well.
Ooh, shit.
I don't remember who the first was though.
Yeah. But and then as far as the B Club Podcast live event that we had last night at PA's Lounge, I can honestly say I have not heard that many dope beats in succession anywhere else, including this podcast. I wish that all those producers that were on that platform last night submit beats, because it would be nothing but keep it, because those joints were hard. Like, all of them were hard.
Look out for an email real soon.
We got the email addresses.
Yeah, we need them here.
Yeah,
we Stew everywhere.
We need to make that happen, man. Any favorites from last night? I mean, I know we kind of talked about. I told you Sweatshop was one of my favorites of the night. Did you have a favorite of the night that just was cracking for you?
I mean, First Official did his thing, man. I mean, he was pretty consistent all the way through. Rescue came through. I was rocking with Rescue's beats, man.
Beat, but he played.
He ended up playing 3, and I, he would have got my vote to kind of, make it further in the joint, but. He was my sleeper pick for the night. I was definitely rocking with Rescue.
He was a dope look. There was a bunch of dope looks. David, did you have a favorite of the night, or?
I actually liked what was his name? Eli, was it?
Ollie?
No, Ollie.
Ollie.
No
Ollie. Yeah, Ollie was cool, man.
No alias. That's his name from me.
Well, he actually got comped comped the spot on Open Kitchen, right?
Open Kitchen. So we'll see him in June.
June 11th.
Yeah, June 11th.
Stew Beat Showcase Episode 2. For those people that are interested, we only have 4 other episodes left for the year. Our next episode date has just been announced on this station. June 11th. You can pre-register right now to get on that panel, and then you can make your way to the finale if you're in the top 2 scoring individuals for the night. So what we're going to do, AB submitted something for Tracks That Bang. And AB, you actually want to, segue into this before I play this?
Yeah, so this is my guy, Adam Reverie. He's from Detroit. I think I haven't actually met him face-to-face, but I've known him for let's say about 7 years on social media. So I've been following his career. Now,
damn.
Yeah. Yeah, we
That's
talk.
Friendly stalking.
Nah. We
just
we
fucking
cool.
with
We talk every now and then, and he's a real solid brother. Positive message in his music. He tries not to swear. Sometimes he does. He doesn't degrade women in his music. Nothing like that. Like, and tracks are still dope. So he got a track that he just dropped. He let me hear it like a month in advance, and I was like, "Yo, you need to put this out ASAP." It's called Passion, pun intended. And yeah.
How ironic.
So let's drop that.
All right, cool. So this is Passion, produced by Clyde Strokes, and this is Adam
Reverie.
Let's go. Tracks that bang. It would help if I actually plugged in the damn auxiliary cord. Let me share it with you guys, because I was just going to share it with myself. All right, Dimitri, we good now? I was just being selfish, you know what I mean? Let's go.
Well, if I keep it honest, dog, y'all make me vomit. Word on the street is I'm Detroit's comment. What I see in you, pregnant chihuahua, rappers full of clones, and she a whorish mama. Grown men crying about dishonor, cause they never could quite designer. Plan to get their music club, too focused on buying whack designers. I am coming, running, gunning, never frontin'. You gon' love it, this I know. Your favorite rapper, this is favorite rapper with his favorite rapper stolen flow. And you know it's still promoted. You a coward, hit the showers, game over. Steelmatic, Machiavelli, blade dancer, running rabbit through my soul. Got some homies that be acting phony, cause we all want it, but they only quote me, claiming they the best. Is kind of insulting, but where I'm going won't need no company. I put you down like a psycho vet, shoot hot 16s like a psycho vet, and I ride beats like a nitro vet. Type of verses that'll get your girl's panties wet, and you know it's true. Once they see red, I got the hoop appeal, like a Kenneth Edmonds. Got so many styles, like I trained on tech, and then I did it all with no one helping. With the pad and pen, that's a lethal weapon. They got midget flows, always have stepping, and they claim they're gods. Dear Lord, help them. Only when I sneeze do they give me blessings. Don't ask about voice, don't ask about sway. He 5'9" and I'm 5'8". The other wake up in the morning just to sleep on me. I got a concrete flow, so I pay my way. I favor Il Camille and Rhapsody over Nicki M and Iggy Z. That is opposite of what we get from BET. To show our queens, I seen a trap rapper choose to sell crack, just to sell raps about how he sold crack on his backpack while his mama took a nap way in the backpack of a middle class home that he chose to call a trap. Send a rapper, just call his mama, I'm gonna kill him. Rapper biting my style, you know I gotta bill him. All the dollars rhymes are giving you the feeling. Tell anybody who's anybody that gotta hear him. Hit him in the center, he's nearly, he feels it quickly. Humidity barely make me, I'm bobbing and weaving swiftly. He's smoking on that Bobby and Whitney, he think he beat me. A drunk enough for none of the shots, he think he 50.
All right, we good, D. So that right there was, how you say his name? Because I'm
Adam Reverie.
Adam Reverie with Passion, produced by Clyde Strokes for AV's Tracks That Bang. I didn't have a Tracks That Bang today. I was kind of chilling today. It's Easter. Marin, I don't think you have a Tracks That Bang at all today. We were just kind of, we've had a very long week. Very long week. But I can say this.
I had all intentions. I was going to pick something off the 24 and 24.
Next week.
Yeah, I'll do it
because
next
we got
week.
Uncle
Might as
Sam
well
from
plug
LFOD
That's
coming
right.
through about the 24 and 24 project next
Yeah.
week. So we can all just kind of, because there's some joints.
Yeah,
I don't know
that's
if you're going to pick that Castle joint, but.
Woo! Jubilee.
Woo! Jubilee. That's just hard, boy. But yeah, man, before we actually cut out, is there anything that you guys want to say, Marin? Is there anything that you want to say?
I just want to say thank you, man. Like, you know, doing the Beat Club podcast live event, man. We you know, I'm starting to see the community we have, man.
Yeah,
and
it's beautiful.
You know, it just feels good, man. You know, like, you know, when you have a vision and it comes to fruition, you know what I'm saying? And it's dope. So that's what it's about, man. All the producers out there, man, you know, just be visionaries out there, man, and just keep working and dope shit will happen. Just keep doing dope shit. That's it.
Hey, have you got anything you want to say?
A little bit. I mean, I tell every producer that's been rocking with us since day one, same thing. We ain't shit without y'all. So thank you
Very
for
much.
coming through, supporting us, being a part of the events, or just coming out and checking out the other producers and showing love. It feels good that producers don't be having issues like rappers do. And we can all come together and like, like we know somebody had better beats that night and we show them love and there's no hate.
We feed
It's
off
all
each
love.
other and get inspired.
We
You know?
sharpen each other's, you know what I mean?
You know,
So-
what was dope last night, we heard a couple of producers say, like, yo, I came to redeem myself.
Yeah.
You know, like,
That's good.
That's dope.
That's that type of energy I respect and I love. And yeah, I rock with you if you're that type of person that could take an L and come back and try to redeem yourself.
I mean, if you're a smart person, you realize that L is a win anyways because you're getting feedback on how to perfect yourself. If you can't take an L as a win, then you in the wrong damn field, bruh. But I would say this, I piggyback off of both of you guys. Yo, the events were dope. Thank you to all the producers and the producer community that has grown with us. I met a lot of cats that was like, yo, I just heard about you guys like last week or 2 weeks, and I listened to all your podcasts in between times. Big shout out to our Canadian listeners because they're growing out there. So thank you guys for listening. Everybody that's listening everywhere.
Hey.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Who knows? I mean,
we got to make our way to Canada, man. All throughout Canada. Anybody in the T-Dot, anybody, wherever you at in Canada.
All we need is a living room.
Go. That's it.
All we need is a living room and 3 mics and some liquor, and we'll stay out.
I don't know about these. I need a suite.
All right, cool. So you hear what Marin said, but just in case, the plan B is we cool. But thank you to
segue into that too.
Yeah, but thank you for all our listeners that have just listened to us. Thank you for everybody that's come up, and thank you to the producer community that's showing their face now. For a lot of producers that are hiding underneath rocks, don't necessarily feel like they have a platform. We are here for you guys. B Club Podcast, everything. This is what we do it for, and just thank you for everybody involved. Marin just threw out the date out there for the stew. That's June 11th at Wonder Bar. And next week we'll throw out the date
for the next Beat Club Podcast live event. It's looking like, it's going to be,
he
early
knows.
May.
Yeah, he ain't going to tell you, but he know. And then also, if you guys know Vinyl Villain, tap him and see if he's good with battling Mr.
Man, we're going to get this
Marin.
shit popping for May.
Let's just do it for the culture.
Let's go.
And make it happen.
Let's figure, and everybody, I know, and everybody that, think about the other battle too, because that's one battle.
Yeah, let's think about the other battles.
Me killing Vinyl Villain, that'll be preliminary. That'll be preliminary shit. But who's gonna headline?
That'll be exhibition 1.
Yeah, who's gonna headline?
And then Vinyl Villain even comes close to beating Marin. We're not playing any of his beats on the podcast. That's what we said.
He can't even come back to the
He can't even come back.
He can't watch the live
have
feed
his picture
either,
like,
brother.
don't have this person up. Don't have this person at the venue. No, sir. But just thank you to everybody. We really appreciate everything that everybody's been doing. We've been doing this for roughly about 3.5 months and stuff. So we really do appreciate it. So for all the listeners, man, Beat Club Podcast, everything. I want to let you guys know I put a button up on the page right now. It's not green, but it's somewhere in between. It says feed us 420 beats. We're going to do a little special episode if we got the proper beats. Feed us beats between now and Tuesday. Yeah. I need them high beats.
Yeah, real twins.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Send them over so we can make that happen. But thank you guys so much. Beat Club Podcast, everything. Thank you to Miss Violent Music for holding it down with all the grub. Thank you for Akrobatik for the interview. Mr. Mark Marin. Freaking Artificial AV. D-Loose is here, man. It's the Beat Club Podcast. Yo, because I can say the radio, I'm going to say it right now.
We almost had 5,000 views on SoundCloud.
Yeah, we out.